Jefferson,
Hi,
how you doing?
I'm good. How about you?
Yeah, good. You ready for some English?
Yes,
All right. Let's have a
as
look.
usual.
As usual, no messing around. This man, he just wants to do some English. More IELTS. Let's have a look. All right. You know the drill. Read out all of these one at a time.
Okay, to enroll to graduate, public school, private school, co-ed studies, subject specialist, qualification, concentration, take a year off, gap year, to work your way through college, teach SPAT to keep up with my studies, I guess, as well as nowadays.
What's that? Oh, okay. Yep. You were reading the last three. Sounded like you were asking a question. Um,
Uh, I guess as well as nowadays.
I guess as well as nowadays. I don't know. I heard this question mark at the end. I just woke up, man. Um, so you understand all of those, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
co-ed school. I never heard about it.
Co-ed school. That's an American thing. Um, it's a college, co-educational. It's a system of education in which males and females are educated together, mixed sex.
Oh,
I thought most schools were co-ed anyway. So public and private schools can be co-ed. For some
yeah,
reason, someone wants to point out that we have boys and girls here. There
it's
you
a little
go.
strange.
So expanding on your answer, we've been through this before. An example question of like making your answer long and a little bit more detailed. For example, a question, what was your favorite subject as a child? A good answer is, my favorite subject as a child was science. To make it just a bit better, when I was younger, I really enjoyed science class. You can see how it just expands. It shows that the person knows how to use words to sound a little bit more fluent. And the best version is this. When I was in primary school, I truly enjoyed science. I always loved participating in the science fair, and I even won an award one year. They're just expanding on the subject. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, some people can expand so much that it's just boring. It's like you got to know when to stop and just answer the question, but do it in an interesting way, you know. So don't be afraid to correct yourself. This is a good sign that you are aware of your mistakes. For example, I go to university every day. So I guess they want you to use one of these and slot it into here. Try reading this.
I can use my phone. I don't have free time to use my phone. I can use my phone. What I mean is, what I
I
mean
can't,
is,
yeah, you can use any one of those. I can't
yeah,
use my phone. I don't have free time to use my phone. I can't use my phone. What I meant to say was, I don't know why they're teaching you how to make mistakes. That just comes naturally, but just know that it's okay to make mistakes and correct yourself. That's just a part of the language. That was a nice little lesson, wasn't it? Useful phrases. When you need to give an explanation, you can say, well, one reason I chose X is, or when you need to express your emotional connection, this subject is important to me because, or when you need to give an example to illustrate. That's a very formal way of saying it. To illustrate. So try answering this question using the above phrases. Why did you choose English?
Mm, well, one of the main reason that I choose the English to study is because when I was younger, I watched some movies and I didn't understand well how to understand all the phrases, all the conversation. So I made a goal for my life to learn this language as soon as possible, but to keep studying through my life.
Okay, you did a little bit of elaboration and added some interesting points to make this the give it a story. You did well. Okay. What kind of school did you go to as a child? Who was your favorite teacher?
I always did public school since I started, and I continue in a public because I'm in a public college. Here in Brazil is very common. Actually, here in Brazil is the public school, the public college has more good view on society than the private one. And my favorite teacher was the math teachers. I always enjoyed this subject, and the geography teacher, as well as the English teacher.
The subject helps as well, doesn't it? When they're teaching something you're interested in, they
Yeah,
you like them more. When they're teaching a boring subject, you tend to say that teacher is boring when maybe they're really interesting, but they're just teaching a crap subject. You know?
especially when the subject is very hard to understand.
Yeah, yeah. And some teachers are just nice. I don't remember too many. I probably remember one teacher from school. So even after we left school, she stayed in touch, and she was always wondering how your life turned out.
Oh,
She died
interesting.
about Yeah, she died about a year ago now, and her Facebook page was flooded with thousands of students saying you were the best teacher I ever had. Not many teachers can claim that.
Yeah,
So, did you enjoy your time in school? And would you say you were a good student or are a good student?
personally, I really enjoy my time in school. I meet some people who I'm friend until today. I learned a lot, and I grew up my intellectual and my social thing. And I think I was a good student because I study a lot and had uh, good, how can I say this? Um, the notes that you receive for the test and something. So that's it.
I think you'd be a good student, Jefferson. I know because I'm teaching you and you're a student, you're a good student. So, do you enjoy studying alone or with friends? What are the advantages and disadvantages of studying in a group?
I always enjoy to study alone because I can be more concentrated. I have more flexible time to study, and an advantage to study in a group is because sometimes you can teach another one, and sometimes you can learn from another one. The disadvantage is because we sometimes lost many time with other things that are not related to the subject.
Yeah, can't imagine studying in a group. It's too much chatter. You don't get much done, do you?
Yeah.
Um, I'm supposed to give you a little feedback. Did the student introduce herself? Did they make eye contact? Did they stay on topic? Did they manage to provide more than one word answer? Um, you're always very keen and diligent. You're always, I can tell you like learning. I think you're going to go far in life. You stayed on topic and you provided pretty elaborate answers. Do you know the word elaborate?
Yes.
Yeah. Elaborate can have two meanings. Um, to elaborate, you can say elaborate or elaborate, and it's sort of the same thing, but two different meanings. To elaborate is to expand or to give more, which you did, and elaborate means complex and
Yeah.
winding. Yeah.
Yeah.
So both meaning the same thing, but coming from two different sort of angles. You were elaborate. No weaknesses. Supposed to give you weaknesses. I don't think you. I think you're doing good. You can just keep doing what you're doing. Your mind is like a sponge, and you're at the right age where you're just going to keep soaking up and learning. So there's no weaknesses that I see.
Thank
What
you,
kind
also.
of no worries. What kind of school did you go to as a child? You've already answered this question.
Yeah. Uh, I read the second one, right?
The first, this one, what sort of school? You already kind of answered this as well, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just go to the next page. Don't worry about that one. You said you were a good student. You answered that. These are example answers. You already answered them. I didn't
Yeah.
read that. Yeah. So we have, these are very nice, quick lessons, aren't they?
Yeah.
So practice using these idioms in a sentence. Kiss up, to please someone in order to get what you want. Have you ever heard of that? Kiss up?
No.
What about suck up?
No.
What about kissing someone's ass?
Yes.
Yes. To kiss up and to suck up is just kissing someone's ass. To
Oh.
please someone in order to get what you want.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
So
We
try
have
and
a lot
use,
of this in the school.
what's that?
We have lots of this in the school with the teacher.
Yeah. Lots of people suck up to their teachers. Suck up is the one that we used to use. So
I kind of did this a little bit.
I think we all do it. We try to stay in the good books. You heard that term, good books?
No.
When we suck up, we are trying to stay in the good books. There is a
Ah,
good book and a bad book.
yeah.
You want your name in the good book. So
Right.
that's another idiom. We are trying to stay in their good books. You might hear that one. Have you heard of this one? Draw a blank.
No.
To draw a blank is when you're thinking and you go and you're empty. You can't think of the answer.
Oh yeah.
It means you've drawn a blank.
Deu um branco na cabeça. Have a draw a blank, and they had.
Yeah, it comes from when you're firing guns and you have blanks. They don't actually shoot anything.
Yeah.
It's like when your brain doesn't shoot anything. And just quickly, have you learned something by heart? Do you know what this
Yes.
means?
Yes.
Yeah, learn something by heart to memorize, so you don't have to read anything. We're almost at the end here. There's like two more slides. We're not going to have time to look at those. More questions. We'll get around to more questions next time I see you, Jefferson. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much for this amazing class. I hope to see
No
you again.
worries. Yeah, no worries, man. I'll see you again very soon. Thanks for
Yeah.
coming. See you later, man.